It's a drone that runs back and forth on rails. Must be what they use to store and retrieve samples in here. I've taken a DNA sample from it. It's the DNA sample. I need to take samples from plants I think Regis hid the rest of his... It worked!
According to this, he's been dead for 2. Well, case. Good luck.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense out of it. What's in them, but they look important. Oops. I don't think I can fix it. Not my field. They're keeping things in here because they're dangerous or unusual. Probably not what I want to be carrying around. They're keeping things in here, probably not. I'll be here for hours if I start taking every single plant I find. I've taken a DNA sample from it. There's nothing in here. There, I've planted the growth matrix. Let's hope I got Mom's green fingers. I only just planted it.
Warning, copyright breach in progress.
Excuse me?
You are not authorized to remove Orchidaceae isotria samples from the growth lab. They are copyrighted property of Typho Labs GmbH. Beginning purge.
Hey, my sample! What did you do?
To prevent theft of intellectual property, gene sequences in your possession have been neutralized. Have a nice day.
Gee, thanks. Looks like a lot of cartridge. Eesh, no wonder this stuff's labeled eco-hazard. Give it a few weeks, it could probably eat the whole planet. I'd better not touch it with my bare hands. I've tranced too many horror sims that start that way. taken a DNA sample from it. I hope it doesn't grow in my pocket. I can't inject that. I'll be here for hours if I... I've taken a DNA sample. It doesn't have any DNA.
According to this, he's been dead for 8 months. Well case. Good luck.
I'm going to need to find where he's...
Warning, cop.
Excuse me?
You are not off. They are cops.
Hey, my sample! What did you do?
To prevent theft of intellectual property. Jeans have enough.
Chief. Excuse me, Dr. Chigwa?
Make it quick, I'm busy. Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll
Dr. Lau, please continue. Your involvement has been requested by the... Please find data...
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I need to remove the Orchidaceae isotria sample from the growth room. Thing is, the airlock told me it was copyrighted, then blasted me with gas.
Yeah, that one belongs to Tifa. They're way touchy about it. Only lab staff are able to remove it for factory.
Could you get the sample for me?
Hey, no way, man. I'm already on 2 strikes for taking stuff out of the lab.
So you could, but you won't.
Sorry, man. Jake already thinks I'm stealing stuff. There's a huge street market for things like spark fruit or cracked wetware.
I think there might be a problem in the growth lab. I kinda, sorta, planted that xenofungus from the growth matrix.
Oh, awesome. That stuff is hella toxic. Nukes nerve tissue up like nothing else.
You sound strangely upbeat about environmental catastrophes.
Nah, man, it's cool. This shit happens all the time. Management gives us time off whenever they run Beacon.
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Ah, Yuka. Again? Better go fix it before Chigwa starts yelling.
According to the labels, these shouldn't be handled without protective gear. I guess these pipes aren't broken. Figure out what any of these tools are for. It's the DNA sampler. I need to take samples from... Yes!
According to this, he's been dead for 2. Well, case. Good luck.
I'm going to need to find where... Oops. Excuse me.
Yeah?
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Ah, you get... Again? Better go fix it before Chiqua starts yelling.
I've taken a DNA sample from it. You better not lose it. Aha! Got some.
Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've got me.
Oh no, Regis, no, no, no!
But Lau, ignore anything left in the recording up to this point.
Huh?
Sorry for being so unhelpful with the message, but I had to be sure you were the one who heard it first. Everyone will be saying that I came to the lab to, well, for Baxter, and they might be right. Except that he's been dead since before I got here.
Yes!
We need to touch bases on this case. Meet me where we were both first involved in a case. I'll try to explain when you get here. Good luck.
Oh, thank God. You've got some explaining to do, Regis.
What the hell do you think you were doing? We need her alive!
I saw an opportunity for striking back at Regis, a kind of poetic justice.
At Regis? You've never even met the man.
Yes, but I...
You haven't offloaded Baxter yet, have you? Look, there might just be a use for your newfound vendetta. The tap on his partner was successful. She found where Regis is hiding. He's an unfactored element. Now, he needs to be removed from the equation.
Don't worry. I'll kill him myself if it comes to it.
There's only so much of the city's resources that can be diverted to this. Find him, finish him, then return for offloading. Remember, I'm your controller, not Baxter.
so sure.
So I got out. I managed to find somewhere to lie low. But I know what Central's capable of. You can only hide from it for so long. Lau had better find that message before an aerostat comes this way. What the hell? Someone managed to get this through the window. They must have one hell of a pitching arm. A battered door. It's got the former occupant's name stenciled on it. It's the fire safety system. Probably hasn't been used in years. I wonder if it even still works. I guess some things you just have to store physically. Someone managed to get this through the window. They must have one hell of a pitching arm. What the hell is this? The bottle is some kind of thermal container, about half full of thick liquid. The words "Drink me" are stenciled on the side. Looks like this guy had a place to keep his vices at work. An ornate cigarette lighter, the kind I can picture wealthy managerial types having. Can't think of the last time I saw a smoker in this city. An old office terminal. I'm kinda surprised nobody's stolen it yet. It's the fire safety. There's a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system. There's a canister. Whatever's in there, there's apparently 4 gross of them, whatever that means. Down the hatch. I wonder what that did.
Dang it.
Ah! Hey, what was that? I can't call Lau. Cell would immediately know where I'm hiding. I'm not prepared to turn myself into Central yet. They'd never believe me.
Hear me?
Hello? Who's there?
Early, can you hear me?
Barely. I can't see you. Where are you?
In your head.
What the hell are you doing in my head?
That bottle you just drank, it was full of wetware. They were programmed to construct a transceiver in the small bones of your inner ear.
You've apparently found me already. Why talk to me this way?
Security. There's a pretty big crisis about to land right on top of you.
My location's been compromised?
I'm afraid so. There's a strike team surrounding the building as we speak.
Damn.
We need to get you out of there. The sewer access on the factory floor hasn't been secured. It's your best chance for an escape route.
If what you're saying's true, I'm about to be outnumbered and outgunned.
Don't worry, you're probably one of the few people I know who's smart enough to get out of something like this.
Do you know me?
You could say that. Come on, get moving. Wait!
What is it?
Cobalt Actual, this is Cobalt 3. Dynamic entry complete. Second floor hallway secure. Going dark and starting patrol. Out.
Adaptive camouflage? How am I supposed to get past them when I can't even see them?
I'll see if I can breach their systems. For now, you're going to have to think your way past.
I don't think I can climb back out of there.
Target sighted.
If I wander out there, I'm probably just going to end up full of holes.
Target sighted.
If I wander out... The wetware in the bottle has apparently given me an eavesdropper in my skull. You still there?
Can't get rid of me.
Perhaps it was my mistake first for drinking that bottle, but how do I know I can trust you?
It's either me or the guys with the kill-on-sight order. Besides, what sort of person would I be if I didn't help out an old pal?
Do I know you?
You should. We've spent years working together.
Is this Blau?
Come on, you've got to get moving.
How did they manage to find me?
Sorry, I can't help you with that. All I know is, they're after you.
Did you get my message?
Message? Nah. I just know the kind of places you like to hide in. But your garden wouldn't do for this one, would it?
Hey.
Match that against which of your favorite spots are being raided by crisis teams, and boom. Instant Regis.
So, you haven't heard my side of the Baxter story.
Save it for later. First, we've got to get you out of there.
What do you know about this facility?
Old TVNA factory. Used to make synths there. Cleared out when the Aurora hit. Most of that part of town stayed abandoned even to this day. It's the kind of place lowlifes and thralls hide in.
Anything useful?
A lot of the stuff in it's probably been scavenged already, but you might find something useful. Plus, it's an old building. Be careful, a lot of it is unstable.
Maybe I can use that to my advantage. How am I supposed to get past an armed agent I can't even see?
Bet you wish you had some of that adaptive camouflage too, huh?
It has its limits. Only really works in dry conditions. Plus, you have to know how to use it properly. It's only the surface pattern that changes.
Still, pretty neat. Get some of that out? I know a guy who'd give you a couple of thousand Qs just for the camo shirt.
How exactly am I supposed to get out of here?
There's an exit to the sewers on the factory floor level.
What makes you think they haven't blocked that off too?
This raid was a rush job. I don't think they've known where you are for very long. They're gambling that they can eliminate you before you have time to think.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not exactly prepared either.
Yeah, but you've got my help. That puts you kilometers ahead.
That's one big laser they've got.
If it's not on the production line, it was probably just used for prototyping.
Looks like someone made a real mess with it.
Probably didn't have time to fix it before the Aurora hit. Maybe it'd be useful if you could power it up again.
Why are the power systems in this place still online?
It's only been 11 years since the Aurora. If nobody's switched it on since then, the city's probably just never noticed they were still connected.
I guess the factory's standby would be a drop in the ocean in terms of the city's power.
It's not like they're short on it. Newton's a net exporter in the region.
I guess you can do that when you're the only one in the neighborhood with orbiting solar arrays.
If the factory's still working, you might be able to use that strategically.
I'm still a little worried about what I drank.
It won't do you any harm. It's just a constructor node.
Yeah, but thousands of molecule-sized machines building a radio in my head. That'd bother any sane man.
If you'd gone and gotten yourself wired years ago, we wouldn't have to do this. Plus, this is more secure. We're operating on a bespoke fractal encoding. You'd better get moving or a patrol might catch you.
Right. If I wander out there, I'm probably... A big old jolt's not gonna make... A big old jolt. Looks like I can control the factory's power from my traveler now. There's a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system. You still there?
I hear you. You'd better get moving or a patrol.
Right.
Target sighted!
If I wander out there, I'm probably just going to end up full of holes. One of the city's custodial drones. Someone must have hacked it and directed it up here. Lousy kids can't even do their own graffiti anymore without a bot's help. Must have been a decorator. Huh, it fits.
Cobalt 3, camouflage compromised.
One down.
However many left to go. Don't count on taking them all on, though.
He's not dead, but he's gonna wake up with one hell of a headache. Low velocity, jacketed hollow point. They came prepared for a soft target. A 10mm submachine gun, part of the strike team's gear. As a signature weapon, it's encoded to only operate for its assigned user. Shame the optic camo's built into the uniform. I could use something like that right about now. Shame the The wood's old, but I still can't get it open by hand. That's one way of getting it open.
It's empty except for all the packing material. A fiber used for packing. There's nothing in any of the crates besides this stuff. Anything more valuable's probably been stolen over the years. Lockers. Whatever they did here, it apparently needed specialized gear. Apparently, it's not just cleaning supplies they kept in here. This is some pricey liquor. It's a strong old whiskey, more expensive than the stuff I've usually got around. A metal polish from the cleaning supplies. It's been here for over a decade, but it doesn't seem to have dried out. I can't get it clean. I can't get it... Huh, this takes me back. Packing material's soaking up the whiskey like a sponge. It's powerful stuff, but it won't do anything useful there. It's powerful What a waste of good whiskey. I remember making way too many of these in my student days, when the war hit our part of the country. There's nothing in here. Looks like the beginnings of a fine hole in the floor. There's a little light coming through it, and I can hear voices.
Target sighted.
I wonder if anything's made a nest in there since they stopped using this place. It's powerful stuff, but it won't... That won't fit. It's powerful stuff. That won't... I can't get it clean. I can't get it... I can't get it... I can't get... I can't get... I don't think it needs to be shocked. It's powerful stuff. It's already stuffed. It's powerful stuff. It's already... I don't think... Stuff it with packing? Nah. It's already... Stuff it with Stuff it. It'd all just burn up and... I don't think it... I can't get it That won't fit. I can't get it... They've probably become even rustier because of all the water. Ah! That won't. I can't get it. That won't fit. It's powerful stuff. I've stuffed the drain. I haven't got the gear to fix it. It's rusted stuff. It's powerful stuff. It's a long way down. I need to find a better way out than that.
Okay, you're on the factory floor. There's an emergency access route to the sewers in the corner of the north wall.
Sure, except it's locked.
What? This can't be right.
Yep, big padlock and everything. Any other ideas?
I'm afraid not. The crisis team's got the factory surrounded. That's your only route out.
Guess I need to find a way to get the lock off. Even if it wasn't a heavy-duty lock, the mechanisms have rusted shut. My escape route, apparently. Even if it... It's going to need something stronger than that. I can't get it clean. I can't get it... Stuff it with packing. Stuff it with... Looks like the manual controls for the manipulator arm. Are you kidding? If anything, that arm would pick me up. It's nothing like the drones and synths of today. Less personality, nothing to argue with. My kind of bot. Whatever this is, building a synth apparently takes a lot of them. This is where synthetics are born. A dull metal disc. I have no idea why it's needed in a synth's construction. I can't figure that. Wow, that's brightened it up. It's nothing like the drone. Less personality. Not from here, I can't. That's the way back to the optics lab. I need to find... It's an industrial cutting laser. Looks like they had a little misfire. It's an industrial cutting laser. That's not going to work. There ain't much cover between me and him. It's an industrial. Not for me. It's nothing like the drones and synths of today. Less personality, nothing to argue with. My kind of bot. There ain't much cover between. I'd better not be walking into an ambush.
I haven't let you down yet, have I?
Regis!
It's good to see you in the flesh as well, Lau.
What do you mean, in the flesh?
You weren't the one sending messages through a transceiver in my head?
No, she wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
You thought I was her?
Well, it seemed like that.
Seemed like what? Who are you talking to?
Never mind. You found my message in the DNA.
Eventually. You could have been a little less abstruse.
I had to make sure you'd be the one to find it. Plus, if someone else did manage to get into it...
They'd probably think you meant to meet up where our first case was, rather than where you caught me the first time.
Looks like they found me anyway.
There's why. Looks like she downloaded an interceptor. Even I can see the signal coming off it.
Max, the voices say you've been bugged.
What? Wait a second. Nuke an interceptor.
Can you disable it?
Easily, now that I know it's there. Okay, it's isolated.
I can confirm that. They won't be tracking her any further.
I have no idea when it started writing me. Must have been while I was investigating the murder at the plant lab.
It wasn't me, Max.
I know, Regis. I didn't think it was, but...
But?
You're the only person I can think of who would have wanted him dead. And frankly, I don't think anyone would have blamed you after what he did. But after what you tried to do with the bomber last night...
What about it?
You tried to save his life, even though he'd come here intending to murder as many as he could.
It was the right thing to do.
I've worked with you long enough to know how you work, Regis. What Baxter did didn't drive you to revenge. It's motivated you to try and make the world a better place.
Thank you for your opinion, Max. You're probably thinking more clearly than I am right now. What do you think we ought to do next?
I guess turn yourself in isn't an option.
No.
Well, we need to see if we can find out who really did kill Baxter.
And why they've sent a strike team to hunt me down.
If I might interrupt your happy reunion, I believe I may be able to help.
You can? How?
The voices again?
My organization is aware of links between this attack and Dr. Baxter's murder.
What? How?
I believe we must discuss this somewhere more secure. 1181 Shenley Boulevard, Southeast Network, 16th floor. Come around the back.
We need to find out what's going on. You seem to have a better picture than us. And I guess you've been looking out for me so far. You say I know you?
And I you, Charlie.
All right. We'll come.
Leave Dr. Lau. Come alone.
No.
Pardon?
Lau comes too. She's the only one I know I can trust right now.
Aw.
Very well. See you soon, Charlie.
Wow, looks like Vargas pulled together quite a team. Hello, Charlie. What was that for?
I'm not sure. I was just worried you weren't going to come.
Don't be silly. Of course I was gonna be here.
I know. I was just afraid.
Hey, there's no need to be afraid of anything here. Unlike your last job, there's no firing squad for motivation. I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
It's hard to believe all that's behind me. Not only do I have you to thank for getting me out of there, but getting me into this role as well.
All I did was mention you to Dr. Vargas. He knew what he needed and you fit the bill. Obviously, he knows talent when he sees it.
Hopefully he likes my work. He can't exactly go to the Texan warlords for a reference.
Well, that's a good sign. Now you're the one making jokes about it.
You must be the famous Dr. Pereira I've been hearing so much about.
Famous?
The way Dr. Vargas has been going on, you must have been his star pupil.
You're right. I'm Victor Pereira. Vicky. Dr. Vargas mentioned me?
Wouldn't shut up about you. Like you were Watson, Crick, and Einstein rolled into one.
Or more like Oppenheimer, perhaps.
Hey, what we did before isn't the key point. It's what we can do with the skills we've brought with us.
All right then, what's your field?
Organic computing, mostly. I studied under Dr. Vargas.
Ah, we've probably got some overlap then.
You look familiar, Dr.
Nina Jong, pleased to meet you. AI and synthetic awareness studies.
I remember. Dr. Vargas was a big fan of your work.
He's assembling his dream team. That's what you get with an absurdly huge grant. Not that I'm complaining.
And you are?
Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa. My friends call me Gwen. I was brought in from Bulawayo.
What was your field?
Embryonic baseline engineering.
She's a real artist, building new animals from scratch.
Angiosperms, mostly. Still not sure why I'm here. You got any idea what's going on?
Come on, you're the only one of us who's met Vargas in person. Do you have any idea what's going on?
I couldn't help you, I'm afraid.
Aw, you're killing us.
You expect us to believe he didn't tell his star pupil?
Well, I might know. But I know how theatrical he can be. It'd mean a lot to him to be the one to reveal it.
Whatever it is, this is some impressive hardware they've got. That and the secrecy says government work to me.
I'll leave you to it. It's empty. I guess that's not surprising. The project hasn't started yet. Hi there. I'm Dr. Pereira.
Yes.
I, thought I might get to know who I'm going to be working with.
Oh, right. Certainly. Adam Baxter.
You enjoying the, MRI scanner?
Ah, yes. Forgive me. It's just been some time since my last lab work. After the accident, no institution would take me. I feel as though I may wake up and have this dream of an assignment taken from me.
Don't worry. Dr. Vargas is an excellent judge of talent. I can guarantee that this isn't merely out of pity.
This is something of a last chance for me. We must succeed.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. As you look around, you will see some of the finest scientific minds of this generation. These minds have at their disposal the most cutting-edge tools available to humankind. Newton has decided, like an increasing number of cities, to invest in AI management. But they want no mere computer to run traffic patterns and coordinate electricity grids. They have asked me for something infinitely more advanced. They have asked me for the future. I have selected you for this venture because I believe that together we can make this future. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Central Project.
This is the place Jinsel said to meet up at. Ugh, what a dump. The city just gets worse and worse every time I leave the trance.